Mic check, mic check, mic check. This is my mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello, testing, testing, testing. Can you hear my sweet, succulent voice? I can hear you. Beautiful. Hello, Pony. All right, cool. We're going to go here. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
to the podcast. Vivid lives in Wales, and Wales decided they didn't like internet this week.
Yeah.
Neither the animal nor, the animal did not like internet this week. The animal whales.
The whales have vetoed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck Sky Broadband.
No internet
Really
in
shit.
the ocean today. No, he lives in Wales over in the UK, and internet has been non-existent for the area for the last couple of days, so we are lucky to have his voice, and unfortunately we'll only have his wonderful Vivid Bless emote up here representing him, but you will hear his voice randomly throughout the evening. Bless up indeed, Jadrian. Hello. I almost said hi, Ashley.
Oh, God.
I forgot you were here for a second. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
I saw you in chat. Sorry.
Eric, are you okay? Did you get enough sleep? Do we need to talk?
Do we need to talk about that? Because last night I did.
Professional
Last night I did.
podcast host, by the way.
I'm sorry. Well, I saw her thing with chat.
Oh,
She looks a lot like I know, right?
Sex Worker Edition with your guest, PopSixxSquish. Hey.
Yes. Yeah, my guest is introducing yourself. That's how professional we are here. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fireside Chats. It's our weekly Sunday podcast with occasional Saturdays. We'll get to that at the end. It's our weekly Sunday podcast. It's a conversational podcast. We talk about topics including streamer Twitter. Oh, okay. I heard someone else's voice, and I was like, that doesn't sound. It was someone from Leps.
I'll be right back.
No problem.
Excuse me, I'll take my cord with me.
Take your okay. But yeah, so it's our weekly podcast. We every Sunday night we do these podcasts. We talk about streamer topics, life topics, and we come at it from an educational perspective. So if there is any type of drama topic that we talk about, sort of like the one we're talking about today, we don't tend to try to pour gasoline on the drama. We tend to take it from an educational perspective, how it influences creators in general. So it's not just streamer work. We also do creator work in general, gaming. Today, sex worker conversations. And the like of that. So it's a fun podcast. We always take chat in consideration as well. So by all means, please post all your comments. Continue the conversation with us because we definitely use chat in this as well. But it's
But
nice
no
to see you.
callers.
No callers. The reason
Yeah,
that's
no callers.
it's a bit of an inside joke there. Pokey, what's going on, buddy? The reason that's an inside joke. Last week we had someone that was adamant. I don't know if you were there, weren't you, Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
sure,
had someone
sure.
last week that was adamant about calling in. He goes, I have so many things. Thank you for the follow, Hitman Hunter. He was like, I have so many things I want to talk about. Can I come into the show? I have so many things about cancel culture, because that was last week's topic. And we're like, well, you can always leave your comments in chat. We will get to them. Well, I want you to hear my voice. I want to come in and can I join your call? No. You can join our Discord. Yeah, he's like, how do I call in? And I was like, you can join our Discord. And you can leave topic ideas there.
You dial 555. No.
Mabel's like, I want to call.
Yeah, and Mabel wants to. Can Mabel call in?
Mabel can always call in.
We will make a special Saban for that
I'll make-
beautiful dog. Absolutely.
I'll make that exception.
Lepley overrules
love
me.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Apparently she wants to call in.
Oh, hello, Mabel.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
she heard you.
Oh, hello. Woof. Bark. I can speak dog. Chat is good enough. It's not what this. Exactly, Pokey. Exactly. So you weren't here to tell him that, Pokey. We had to do it ourselves. But no, guys. Joining me as always is Vivid Chim, voice today. Leppely as our usual too. Tonight's
Calling in.
guest- Yes,
Oh,
calling
To break the rule that we had.
and then over there, getting doggy snuggles is our good friend PopSixxSquish. Is also a streamer as well. Make sure you follow her, of course. She's there commenting in chat, so by all means, give her a follow if you don't. But yes, today we're going to be talking about a number of topics. We're talking about, of course, Chadwick Bosman unfortunately passing. We're going to be talking about Bella Thorne and the catastrophe that has now become OnlyFans thanks to her. Just a number of just another notch on the why I hate Bella Thorne in general bandwagon there. And then, of course, we're also going to be discussing the GamesCon and how GamesCon was a colossal failure, and how, in my opinion, has completely and totally ruined virtual conventions for me. So, you guys get started. First thing we were talking about is Chadwick Bosman. Unfortunately, passed away a couple days ago. 4-year battle with colon cancer that he told no one about. By the way,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone knew.
We're assuming no one.
Yeah, well,
His family, yeah.
I read something that said that he had mentioned it when he was like first diagnosed, but it was really before he was in the public eye. Because that was 4 years ago. That was before. I mean, that was around like Avengers time, I guess, and before Black Panther. So he wasn't really like in the forefront. And so I think
I imagine
read something that
a
said
Marvel
that he
exec
mentioned it.
probably knows.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really like widely publicized, which, I mean, good for him that they can keep it under wraps, because that's
It's quite difficult to
whole
do
lot
these
for-
days.
especially when you're a celebrity of that kind of status.
Yeah.
yes.
Some shitty journals around who will
Oh,
do
God.
whatever it takes to dig it up.
That's what's bothered me about this entire thing. The man died, right? He passed away not 6 hours after it was confirmed that he had passed. All anyone wanted to talk about was Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2 is not relevant.
Mourn.
They haven't even.
Like,
I don't even think
Yeah.
they haven't even written the script for it yet. So why is everyone worried about it?
Except as far as I'm aware, that doesn't start filming until like March next year,
No,
or
they haven't
scheduled to. So it was like,
Yeah, and not to mention, it's just I don't know, man. When I hear all this stuff,
it's like it's not important right now, you know.
yeah, let the man. Like, that's a bit. But just what I was about to say, Jadrian. If I could get my tongue untied, let the man rest. Like, let his family mourn. Let his fans mourn.
I
Because
know.
He is
I know Screen
literally
Rant did
not
one.
even in the ground yet. Just give it a
Like,
hot minute.
Screen Rant did one. I think. I don't know if Kotaku did one.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kotaku does dumb shit all the time.
Kotaku did something dumb recently, and I was like,
They did something dumb.
yeah,
Kotaku
Kotaku.
was talking about superheroes recently. And
Yeah,
superhero
they
movies.
they did something, and they like used a Black Panther picture.
Yeah, it was talking about.
Oh, no,
superheroes.
yeah, it was an article. It was like, "How's it going, superhero edition?" with a Black Panther picture,
Yeah,
like hours removed from his death.
yeah.
And
And I
it's
don't know
like,
if
you
it was
know,
like.
once a quarter, Kotaku do something that just it hurts my brain, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a Kotaku article every stream now.
Yeah, like legit, like once one of these podcasts every maybe 3 months, I'll be like, so Kotaku did something, and I'll just slide it into the chat.
Every 3 months. I feel like it's gotten every 2 weeks.
It's like way more frequent than that now. More like
I don't know what the last one was now, unless it was like I mentioned one. I think I mentioned one briefly last week. But that wasn't even like one because they did something wrong. It was just a funny one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, you know, the Marvel mess up. I don't even know what they tweeted, but like they took that down almost immediately.
Yeah, I believe it's gone now.
Yeah, what was it exactly? What the hell did it say? Because I missed it.
If I remember correctly, it was one of the. So you'll find a lot of especially like the nerdy outlets. They'll do like these kind of non-news fun reading stuff, and you get that everywhere. But it'll be something like they do like a Photoshop contest, or like it's like kind of like a weekly wrap up where it's just a bunch of stuff. And I believe there was like How's It Going Superhero Edition, because they had all the DC fandom stuff, and they were like, well, instead of doing 9 articles on this, let's compress them into one.
This is what Marvel
but obviously, no. This is from this is the Kotaku thing again. Sorry, I didn't realize you were on about Marvel. I think you were on about their thing about it.
Yeah, no,
but
Marvel
has
took
done.
it down immediately.
I didn't see Marvel's one. I saw a bunch of the Marvel blatant ones because they have like 9 accounts on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I know the official Marvel studios tweeted something that they had. It was a scheduled tweet that they immediately deleted.
I can't.
And they
So
even made a
I
statement.
think I
They
saw
even made a
this.
statement apologizing, stating it was a scheduled tweet that they forgot to unschedule.
I believe I saw something about this.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you guys
See if I
happened to
can
catch
find
it
it.
before they deleted it.
I
Yeah,
was
so-
hoping to see if I could find it online, but I can't.
yeah, I have no idea what it was. I just know it was up for maybe like 30 seconds, and it was all it took for everyone to go, "What the fuck?" You know. But yeah, it's just honestly, you know, I feel like no one, you know, we kind of talked about it a little bit last week, where it was like, you know, you have the online, the internet celebrity type deal, and you have certain people. I think the one thing they posted was that no, they posted something before then. That was a scheduled tweet that they took down and apologized for it, and then they tweeted out their condolences for it, for him. But first they tweeted something that was like literally like an hour after his death.
It was like just a really bad.
It was horrible timed scheduled tweet because it came out at like it came out at like 7 o'clock on the dot. Like it was a scheduled tweet, 7 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was intentional, but you know, we talked last week about how you have the celebrity status that kind of follows streamers, especially when they go up and you get to the Tim the Tap Man, the Shroud, the Ninja standard, right? And obviously, internet celebrities don't always translate the exact same as Hollywood celebrities do, but you see a lot of the same reactions. You know, when Etika passed away, when Reckful passed away, you know, obviously those two were much different situations, unfortunately, but you saw this movement of this wave of, you know, sorrow and different people. What's going on, Copeland? Different people reacting in different ways. And I understand everyone has different coping mechanisms. Like, you want to sit there and you want to celebrate his life. You want to find a way to honor him. You want to conversate about how to do it and how to best honor him. But given the absolute stratosphere of where his career was, you have to give that time. You can't sit there and go, how are they going to honor him in Black Panther 2? Or how is the MCU going to honor him in the show?
Yeah.
Because it's not important. And I can understand if that's how, if like the only experience you had with him was Black Panther, right? And obviously that is a cultural icon, especially for the African American community. But regardless of all that, you know, you have to let a man of this magnitude just mourn the man before you mourn the characters that he played.
Right.
And you know, I also don't necessarily think that people that coped with it by celebrating the characters should be quite as demonized or villainized on Twitter as they've been. Because I've seen some pretty nasty things be said to people that were curious. Okay, well, what are they going to do? I understand I understand the side that's upset at those people, but I can also kind of see where they're coming from. That's how they're coping with it, by celebrating the character and like, oh my god, you know, I had an attachment to this character. What's going to happen to him now?
Yeah,
but I do feel like there's a time and place to start talking about it.
Yeah, it's like you can understand why. It's a character that had such a massive impact, which is just a testament to Chadwick Boseman in general. The fact that, given what he was going through, the fact that he was able to make like industry-shaking movies, essentially. Like, I mean, Black Panther literally it kind of dominated the year that it came out for the most part.
It did, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's just one of those films that that's going to be like a landmark film for quite some time.
Yeah.
So you can definitely appreciate why people would be a little concerned, but you know, you can also appreciate why people will be like, hey, maybe now's not the time for that. You know, that can come later. And you know, in my humble opinion, Marvel's a multi-billion-dollar company now.
Yeah.
Yeah, odds are they knew. They probably had a contingency just in case.
I mean,
you know,
if you want to have the conversation about it, they could probably make a sister to Black Panther. She technically becomes it in the comics, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can have these. Well, there's like 18 different.
Teasing.
There's 18,000 different. No problem, Justin. That's going to today too. There's 18,000 different comic runs. Different side stories. But
Yeah.
she does become in a couple of them. And if Marvel knew this, more than likely they already have that in play. They have a pathway they could take it to where she takes it over. But now's not the time to have those conversations.
No.
Yeah, you gotta give it time to breathe. Let the family have their time.
Yeah.
To grieve
Exactly.
and mourn, make their arrangements. At least
That's what
Let
I'm
the
concerned about
man
more than anything.
get in
Is
the ground before you start talking this stuff.
I have a bad feeling there's going to be a lot of ambulance chases outside that family's door right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
which is it's bad enough anyway. Ambulance chasing is a deplorable thing to do.
Horrible.
Oh, yeah.
But-
Horrible.
When you're doing it, like especially this year,
David.
during everything that's going on,
Mhm.
like COVID aside, just all of the tensions in the US right now.
Mhm.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
it's just a bad time to be doing those kind of things. But I know for a fact it's gonna be happening. It probably already is,
Mhm.
I imagine, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
quite a shame when that inevitably gets found out.
The actor in me is just astounded at the fact that that man made 7 movies and 7 action
Yeah.
movies. Well, I don't think they're all 7
Yes.
action movies, but he made 7 movies while his diagnosis was going on.
Mhm.
Can
The
we
man-
talk
Yeah.
about the shape he was in for
Yeah.
the Marvel movies?
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
physical condition he was in after going through surgeries and chemo.
Yeah, and
Right.
all those treatments that just
Yeah.
destroy your body.
Not even the physical,
my
the
God.
Marvel schedule around their
Yes.
movies.
Yeah.
Like not even the production of the movie itself, which is one thing,
Mhm.
but all of the things you have to do when you sign
Mhm.
on to that, all of the meet and greets, the events, And
Mhm.
granted, this year probably had to do less of those, all things considered.
Mhm.
But the fact that he was able to do that for so many years,
Mhm.
Yep.
going to all these events whilst dealing with that
Yeah.
is fucking incredible, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He
Like-
really was.
And the fact that like it just broke my heart, like when you hear about all the people that were so cruel
Oh,
to
with-
him when he
during
was
that
losing
interview,
yeah.
weight, and the commenting on his appearance, and
Yeah.
you don't know what people are going through, and
Yeah.
even if you thought he was doing it for a role, which a lot of people did, or what have you, like keep your mouth shut. Like you're not. There's no point in it. It just like absolutely.
You're not adding anything of value to the conversation. Just shut up.
No,
No,
exactly.
honestly.
And
Exactly.
the weird
Come on.
thing is like you get that kind of reaction to someone like Chadwick Boseman but they fucking celebrate that kind of shit when it's someone like Joaquin Phoenix doing it for Joker, or
Yeah.
when
Mhm.
Christian Bale does it, or when Tom
Yeah.
Hardy does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, come on now.
Yeah, exactly. And I just, it's I'm on the side of the fact that you shouldn't comment on someone's weight regardless.
No, honestly.
Oh, yeah, no.
Leave it, regardless what your opinions are. I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
heard that fucking Tom McDonald song that's blowing up, but I seen it on TikTok all the time. He's a far right leaning rapper.
Gonna level with you. Don't even know who that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, trust me. He's underground, but he's starting to hit mainstream, and it's basically off of a bullshit song where he just it's blowing up on TikTok because it's like, oh, he's spitting facts, he's telling the truth, and he talks about how talking about how people that are big, they won't live past 42 and shit like that. It's just like, no, don't celebrate this type of crap.
No.
Let fucking people do what they want to do. And it's like, I
Yeah.
hate the fact that that things like that are what catch on. And things like that, people hear the edgy comments and they see these the edgy people that are talking about, Chadwick Boseman losing so much weight and all this kind of stuff. And everyone latches onto those. And that's what they want to spread around. And it's like, oh, see, I guess I'm not the only one that thinks that. Someone famous thinks that too. And it's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
then you're just as trash as they are. Or they're just as trash as you are, whichever way you want to sling it.
You're both. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I actually have a friend who is a she is a large girl, and she actually like deals with that kind of abuse like just constantly. But you know what? She just scored herself a modeling contract. So
Get it.
like I am super proud of her because she has worked so hard.
That's
And
incredible.
she has so much like positive reaction to her modeling stuff that she does.
Mm-hmm.
And I just admire her so much for actually like not letting the bullshit get to her, because every time she posts something, it's just the comments are just a constant barrage of just insults and gross, horrible comments towards her. And I'm just like, girl, I don't know how you deal with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if people on the internet are just terrible. Like, stop commenting on people's weight. It has no bearing on your life. Just leave them alone.
They are,
and then
they are.
And then they wonder why people like have mental health issues or you know, in their lives or what have you. And they're like, oh my gosh, we had no idea. You were one of the mob. You were part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, your words have consequences. Your words, the things you say to people, the little snide comments you make, those all add up.
Mm-hmm.
Those all add up to how somebody feels. And even though you want to say like, oh, well, you chose to be in this profession or you chose to put yourself out there and you need to have a thicker skin, at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Exactly.
We're all humans. And those things can all affect us. It's just...
And that one negative comment that really gets under your skin will negate 150 positive comments.
100%.
Every time.
Any positive thing that you have ever been told, it takes that one shitty comment that just manages, like, most of them you can brush off, and then there's that one that just manages to like get under your skin, and that's it. That negates any of the positivity that you've been told previously, and it sucks.
So
and we're all human. Like, we signed up for this job. We didn't sign up to be subjected to abuse.
Right. So to avoid this going too much longer so I can move on to the next topic, I do want to make a callback really quickly to last week when we were talking about cancel culture. We were talking about, cancel culture versus accountability, the definition of cancel culture, stuff like that. We really didn't come to an understanding of what exactly cancel culture is, of course. But, there's a similar mentality going on with that. People take, holding someone accountable, and then they go and they start threatening people's lives. You went too far with it.
Okay.
Like, if someone says something that's extremely wrong or offensive, then you can specify that and start a conversation about that. Hey, look, we should not be making these conversations like this. We shouldn't be making these jokes like this. You can say that without then immediately turning to the person to go, oh, you're right, this person should die. I don't understand how that goes from point A to point B like that. Like, how did going, you shouldn't make these jokes, to being, I'm going to threaten this person's life. And I don't understand what type of mental makeup you have to be to go from that massive jump from point A to point B. Because it's not point A to B to C to D. No, I saw this, I'm going to threaten their life. Like, I don't understand why people, I made this tweet the other day. I think I'm at the point where I just hate people in general.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I used to be someone that loved everyone and saw the good in everyone just 3 years ago even. And I'm already at the point where it's like, you know what? I kind of like being an introvert all of a sudden now. I kind of like not talking to people. It's a whole lot sweeter over here when I don't have to deal with other people half the time.
It's a lot more chill.
The quarantine has saved my life.
So you start working with people again.
I'm working from home for the next... Oh, God, I fucked my camera up. Oh, man. Professional podcast.
Professional content. Professional content creator.
Oh, man. No, I'll be working from home. I start my job tomorrow, by the way. I'm in the facility for literally an hour. I go to the facility, I take my company photo, I get my work computer, and I bring it here, and I get it set up, and I start learning about licensure and shit like that. Working at Geico, by the way, if anyone cares.
Exciting.
I'm not. I enjoyed not working.
Does this mean you get a...
Okay, but like money.
You get
like,
you get to say, yeah, I sponsor every YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, hey, if,
So you guys work for me now.
All right, well, I gotta go.
So, Talking about working for someone else, and probably not anymore. Gamescom has probably ruined virtual conferences. They're not going to be a thing anymore. I think I'm done with them after Gamescom. After all the virtual conventions this year, actually, I'm pretty sure. I really thank you, Pokey. I think I want to go back to the live ones. I want COVID to end so that we can actually have E3 again. Well, maybe not E3. Let's have something else outside of E3. We're done with them after last week. But
like a slightly different E3 would be nice.
No problem, Justin. Yeah, let's make our own. We're gonna call it.
Make our own like Fireside Con.
Yeah, the Fireside Con. That's fine. Maybe
the Firewall.
I don't know about that name, but yeah, we can work with it. we can iron that out.
We'll just stick with the Discord name, the Fireplace.
There we are.
I'm gonna let Mabel out real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem. So with Gamescom, I watched it, about half of it, and I feel like I didn't watch anything. It was
because I was just watching Vivid's tweets, and I was like, wow,
you didn't miss it. You didn't miss a damn thing because it didn't happen. There was legit nothing of value that was presented at Gamescom.
I
didn't think it was that good.
It was a weird one because it was like
I didn't think Games Fest was that good.
I think they had
Summer Games Fest. The one that was back in June. Because that one was okay.
Well, Summer Games Fest is not a thing really. It's less a thing. It's just Jeff Keighley talking, and then he's branded a few other conferences under it. It's not really a thing.
Yeah,
but
Summer Games Fest is just
Gamescom.
Jeff Keighley said it is.
I'm
gonna let Vivid take this one because
some of them. Yeah, so I watched the entire thing, regrettably.
It
had some decent stuff. It was like some of it. I was like, okay, this is decent. Did I need to see it here? No. A lot of it was shown the next day at the Future Game Show, which was also fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a 2-hour show that felt like it was about 21 hours long. We got a video breaking down everything on the YouTube channel right now. It condenses the 2 hours into 12 minutes, which is one of the games that they showed actually. But it was it was a really nothing show, and not in terms of the content itself, because some of the games looked good. It felt like it didn't do what it should have done. When we're this close to a new console generation, it did not sell the new generation of consoles at all.
Not at all.
Aside from Ratchet and Clank.
And that was the same trailer we got 3 months ago.
Yeah, it was like an unedited version of the trailer we got in June, I think. Mm-hmm. So it's like nothing's really. Yeah, it's like.
And it wasn't even on the PS5. It was PS4 graphics.
No, it was PS5. It was recorded on PS5.
Oh. I don't. Believe that. I hope not, because that was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, no, it was PS5. It was.
Oh,
it had recorded on PS5 on it. I didn't think it looked that bad, but it just didn't run.
It didn't look as good as they're telling it should be.
But it was when I was sat there just watching it, I was like, I feel like this is kind of proving my fears that the new generation of consoles isn't worth buying in 2020 at all. There's no reason to buy either of them. And a lot of people get mad when I say that because a lot of people are PlayStation fans. But outside of PlayStation's free exclusives, 2 of which we know nothing about, really, there's no reason to get the system. It doesn't have any depth aside from that, other than PS4 games.
Well, I mean, I'm a big PlayStation fan, and I'm not really even excited.
Yeah.
I'm not like saving my pennies to go pick up the PS5. Like I'm like,
exactly. It's like I'm gonna get one because I want to try and take advantage of the content around it. But it's like, Spider-Man PS4 is my favorite PS4 game, and I couldn't give a shit about Miles Morales because they botched its announcement so badly.
Yeah.
The bug snacks, as much as I take the piss out of it, is I have no idea what that game is.
Bug snacks. That's the one game that's got me wanting a PS5.
I'm
It's like-
excited for Bug Snacks.
Like-
My
I have no idea
PS5
what
just for
that
bug
is.
snacks.
That one's just sheer
You're probably
curiosity.
better
Ashley, do you
Yeah,
want to sleep
better
tonight?
off.
Watch the trailer. It's the most creepiest thing ever. It's not a horror. Wait, is it? Is it?
No,
is it a horror game?
it is a horror game.
Is it a horror
people-
game just because it looks
Look,
like?
people can say it isn't all they want. It's a fucking horror game. I don't give a shit what they say.
Now I feel like
Against-
you need to go watch it.
Just brace yourself for.
It's a weird game.
It's a weird one.
But like Ratchet and
Yeah.
Clank is the reason to buy a PS5 right now, and this showcase
no,
wasn't
it
great.
didn't do anything.
it was decent, but it was like,
The only way I will pre-order a PS5 on the dot is if Final Fantasy 16 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2 is PS5 exclusive to start, like they did
Yeah.
the 7 Remake. If they make it a timed exclusive for the PlayStation, I will get a PS5 because I am not going to wait a year to play a Final Fantasy game. I'm just not going to do it.
7 Part 2 is 100%.
Horizon's another one that I will.
But we don't know when that's coming out.
Yeah,
that
but
could be
there's no announced
2022.
Yeah, and so if
Yeah.
Horizon doesn't come out to 2021 or 22, if that's what you're going to try to sell a PS5 on, well, I'm not getting one
Yeah.
until 2022 then.
Like
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
earliest that
yeah.
game, at earliest that game's gonna be out
Are you watching
November
Bug
next
Snacks?
year. Like, yeah, that trailer's strange. But yeah,
What?
it's like
Why?
she's doing a live reaction of a Bug
Are you
Snacks trailer.
watching the Bugsnax trailer?
She's watching the Bug Snacks trailer right now. Like, I've never been more disturbed at a video game trailer, including horror games. I was like, what the
I
fuck?
watched it at the initial presentation, and I just sat
Yeah.
there the whole time and was just like, "What?"
The
Well,
thing
I
is,
have a live reaction of me on stream.
as
to
someone who knows the trailer, her live reactions are beautiful because I know exactly what part of the trailer she's
yeah.
at each time.
But yeah, there was
Good.
this conference kind of just like there was a point at this conference, and it was about maybe halfway through where I was like, I could probably just go to bed and I wouldn't miss anything.
No.
But yeah, like there are multiple segments in this, which was like, did this need to be on the main show? It's
Right.
what is it like? They had the Dragon Age segment, which was like, hey, Dragon Age is a game that's still being worked on.
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
it.
that
Here's
was
some
nice,
concept art. I was like, that's great, but why was this on the main show when there were games in the pre-show that had gameplay? Why is this here?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They fucking pissed me off with that Back to the Future bollocks. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shit.
We were
I don't know
expecting
why
a Back
they-
to the Future game. There was like some stupid.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
just an advert for Surgeon Simulator 2.
Yeah, which you could have just had Jacksepticeye's video up there for that because that was a goddamn hysterical video.
Yeah,
but
you could like literally do anything, but they were like, oh, we're gonna hire Christopher Lloyd, who's like, the man's fucking 80. Let the man chill.
Let him-
We're-
let him
chill.
be.
unless you're gonna make him
Yeah.
lend his voice for a.
Yeah, we're gonna get him to dress up as the Doc again, have him appear on screen as the Doc to make a Rick and Morty joke to advertise a game that has nothing to do with either Rick or Morty or Back to the Future.
Yeah,
And-
that just makes zero sense.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
My marketing team was like, "Yes."
yeah.
This
I was very fucking annoyed. I was like,
I see the
Hello, Bonner.
vision.
yeah, I was really pissed off about this. I was like, first of all,
Mr. Oz, it had to been.
fuck you.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
the only thing I could think is exactly Pony. They were just trying to do something to get some type of reaction going.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Doc Brown. Surgeon Simulator 2. I don't realize I don't think they were counting on it being that much of a. Really? That's
Yeah.
it?
Let down.
Like-
Yeah, I don't think they expected it to be that much of a letdown.
even if it was just like we're doing a themed DLC, fine.
I agree, Pony.
Whatever.
I agree.
But it was just like, man, you're just taking the piss at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we had the 6-hour goddamn World of Warcraft segment. Jesus Christ.
All the World of Warcraft segments are always 6 hours
Oh.
long.
Oh, but
Every
this one was it.
single
This
one.
Yeah.
one, this one
Every
felt
time.
6 hours long.
But Vivid,
Like,
think
it-
about it. They have to put the story in the trailer
No,
because
no,
no one gives a no. Hold on, no one gives a flying fuck
yeah.
about it when you play the game.
Yeah.
Have you? I would like to meet one person. Hold on.
100%.
I would like to meet one person that plays World of Warcraft for the actual in-game story. I don't even read the damn quests I do. I just skip through and I go do them.
I agree.
The fast reading on, and you just
Why?
click through.
Why am I fighting this guy?
agree,
I don't know.
because
We're gonna fight him
I agree,
though.
But at the same time, when you're advertising two things, one of them is the game, the other one is an animated series alongside the game. Make the 6-hour part the game. I don't give a shit about your animated series about a game that I hate. Right? That can be like a minute long. Make the game trailer the longer bit. You know what I mean? It's like, it was essentially like, we're going to show you an entire episode of this really slow animated trailer. And there were people I know on Twitter who love World of Warcraft being like, this was a literal tweet that I saw verbatim. I've played World of Warcraft for 10 years and this felt longer. And I was like, that's a fantastic tweet.
Did you retweet it? I think I saw it.
Yeah, I was like, that's a beautiful tweet because that sums. And it was like, I played World of Warcraft for probably 10 days, and it felt like longer. in my case,
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was so long. The Medal of Honor one was so long. But that game seems interesting. I didn't realize it wasn't a dead franchise, but there we are.
The worst part of Gamescom that I saw was the Ratchet and Clank part, right? After it was done. And Jeff Kingsley kept going like, hey, when's it coming out? Hey, can y'all give us a window? Can you tell us anything? Like, dude, shut up. They can't tell you anything.
I was going to say, they haven't announced the console release date yet, my dude.
They said PS5 release window. But when do you think that's going to be? They're not going to fucking tell you, Jeff. Yeah, shut up and move on.
It's like, come on, Jeff.
Keep going.
Like,
God,
come on now, I love Jeff Kingsley, but I'm like, dude, I understand you don't have an audience reaction to base anything off of, which goes into my next point. But, but read the imaginary room and move on.
Read your weird color-changing stage, alright?
If Nintendo had a 6-hour session introducing a Legend of Zelda anime, but you don't need it. Don't tell me, because that goes into a whole other can of worms, Jadrian, of, I don't want to know the entire story before I watch the damn thing.
That's true. Like, so I'd heard about this from some people who played WoW, and it was like, this is kind of just the story that's going to be going into it. So it's like, they've just kind of given a spoiler here.
Yeah. Well, it's like, for example, the best show, in my opinion, in terms of not revealing your entire hand, was the Witcher Netflix series. Mm-hmm. Because the only thing that the show showed you was that, oh, hey, shit, he does cool stuff, which is what the Witcher does. So guess we're not going to fuck over the Witcher character because he actually still does the stuff he does in the game. Awesome, great, solid, I'm watching.
Before we go on to the show stuff, I just want to talk about the absolute fucking mess that's Black Ops Cold War. Everything about this game is an absolute mess already.
Oh, boy.
So
I mean, it's Call of Duty. So.
Ronald Reagan flat out sends you to go do war crimes.
He sends you to go do war crimes in the trailer. He admits that it's a war crime. That is the story. Also, it's called Cold War tagline: Know Your History. They erased footage of Tiananmen Square because Activision Blizzard are nothing if not big fans of Chinese money. So, they erased that out of all of their trailers after China complained. So, know your history, they say, as they frantically erased it for the CCP. Not to mention, the next-gen upgrades are a complete mess. The Xbox version is like, both versions are in the same purchase. It's not smart delivery, it's just... It works on both, but the PS4 one, it's smart. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, nothing makes sense about how they're running it.
Yeah,
it's so strange. But
it's Call of Duty.
Yeah,
just give me Cold War Warzone and leave me the fuck alone.
But oh my god, so
I'll play Warzone again because Cold War came out, and that's it. I don't have to pay for Warzone.
Then we went in, but going into the point that we were going to go into about
so
the digital shows versus live shows.
This year we've had a whole bunch of digital shows. All right, now obviously the live shows had their own hand of issues. There were people that were favoritizing content creators. You had people that were coming in off the street that were causing a big ruckus. You had a couple of big controversies with some of the other things. Keep in mind, wasn't it E3 when the old doc decided to take a camera in the bathroom? So E3 can't seem to get it right. Do we let the general public come in and fuck things up, or do we let the content creators come here and try to show their ass because they're content creators and they want to make content? Like, what do we do? So I understand that we've had a run of issues with the live shows. I don't think the virtual shows have been any better, because a lot of times you can kind of feed off of audience reaction, right? Even not disrespect, but even during this podcast, we get more animated and we get better when we see chat working, right? We have something to go off of. We have something to bounce our energy off of, right? Especially each other.
It's funny that you're on about the audience reactions, because my favorite part of the live conferences is when you get no audience reaction.
I know, right?
Every time EA do a FIFA announcement in America, it's the
just hear a bunch
best part of the conference.
Have you heard? I don't know if you go on TikTok at all, but you know the TikTok where it's like "yay" and it's like a bunch of like light clapping in the background.
It's not even that. I highly recommend. I think it was E3 2018. I want to say. It's EA Play. It's when FIFA comes on stage and they make a massive deal about the Champions League. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we got the Champions League back. We bought it back from PES. We have exclusive rights. It's the biggest tournament in Europe. You love to see it. They do a massive celebration. They bring the trophy out on stage. It's like, look, guys, we did it. We got it back. Cuts to the crowd. Silence. Mm-hmm. It was the fucking best thing I've ever seen. It's so good. I think someone actually coughs as well. Mm-hmm. It's perfect. Yeah.
They did this.
And they do it every time.
And the one person going.
Yeah, it's like the one person going.
Yep.
It's perfect.
But so what do you guys prefer? Because out of all the shows, I still think the live shows. I feel like the live shows show more. I don't know if it was just they didn't have the right to show the footage this year, or if COVID-19 ended up causing just enough delays in development where they couldn't get footage to show, and all they could show is what they had. That if that's the case, then maybe we're fighting this too early. Maybe we should give it another year. Do another year of virtual shows when we're not having development issues, and let's see if the shows are better. But so far, out of this trial run, I prefer the live shows. I think they look better. They run better. You're having to entertain an audience that you actually hear from. So you actually get a reaction. You don't want a bad reaction. So...
and even if it's a live show, which I think led to a lot of this year, was the COVID issue, of course. Because even if they're like, wow, yeah, okay, the live shows are really working for us. I think even if it was a live show where they just live streamed what they would normally do for a physical show, but without the audience, and they just live streamed that, that would go over better than this weird like digital Zoom conference that's so non-personal, interactive, everything, non-enthusiastic about what they're doing, because they're just sitting in front of a computer going, yeah, so here's a game and blah 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 blah. And when
it's incredible that the only thing
live streaming that.
Yeah, it's incredible that it's incredible that the only thing that's translated from physical to digital in terms of these conferences is how fucking cringy the hosts are every time. That's the only thing that's translated well.
Yeah.
But they're really lacking the hype generated by an actual reaction, which is weird because a lot of the time at these conferences they're journalists. They're people who are there to do a job, but they love the industry so much they get invested into it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're severely lacking it because when you're just watching, like my favorite part of every conference this year, Godfall. When you're watching the ONL Godfall segment, which is literally 30 seconds long, I timed it.
Time watch one.
yeah. Don't know why they did that, but it was like, hey, here's a sneak peek. There was a trailer that was like 20 seconds, a gameplay clip that was 30 seconds. That was it. I have no idea why he was even there. But like when you have something like that and there's no reaction to it at all, it's like well, this is kind of dumb. It's like the best reveal that I can remember in recent years is the Resident Evil 2 reveal with the rat. Because the live crowd didn't see it coming at all.
No.
And
no,
they lost
did.
their fucking mind.
Those of us that were streaming along with them.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were
mind.
both. We were both streaming that, and I was like, what is this? Like, fucking
I
rat
was like,
game?
what is this? Rat simulator? What? Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Is this some kind of gritty Ratatouille remake? What's going on here? And then all of a sudden, fucking Resident Evil pops up, and I'm like,
Oh
oh.
my god.
Yeah.
That was an exciting night. Like, that was a solid.
Well, I think I will say that the Dark Souls remake that got a lot of online hype this year.
If that was
Yeah.
a live conference, people would have lost their fucking mind.
I was
Yeah.
driving, listening to it. I was listening. So I had started watching Vati Vidya, who does all of the like in-depth lore videos for the Dark Souls games.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching him stream it because he streams everything, hoping for
Elden
Elden Ring
Ring.
news or
Like everyone else.
Yeah, and so I was like,
I feel so bad for the Elden Ring fans.
Elden Ring this time. I know it. And then, so he was watching it. I was driving home from work, and I just had it like playing in the car, and I was listening to it. And I hear him talking, and then I just hear like him like freaking out. He was like, "Wait, that looks really familiar." Oh my god, chat! Oh my god! And like you could tell that the chat was just like flipping their shit because he was going crazy, and they were like, "Oh my god!" And I was in the car going, "God damn it! I need a red light." But I finally got
I've
to
never
watch
wanted
it.
to hit traffic in Houston in my entire life as much as I do right now.
Every time you need to send a text or something and the lights are all green and you're just like, God damn it, I just need a red light. One red light for once in my life.
Guys, this is the brake lights for once.
just once. One. But yeah, like it's that kind of reaction that the digital shows like don't have.
Yeah.
And it's really disappointing. And I miss that about these live shows. But I also can't say that I fully hate the lack of super cringe from the live shows. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the thing is, I feel like you can substitute a little bit of it, because I mean, right now, let's be honest, we live in a streaming environment, especially us, obviously. But in general, when it comes to gaming, most gamers watch at least one streamer. That's just kind of how it is now, right?
Yeah.
Especially in today's, I've always said for the longest time that streaming dictates the market. Look at Fall Guys.
I missed my forced car segments.
Yeah, but look at Fall Guys. Look at Ooblets. Games like that, they probably wouldn't have been as successful if it wasn't for streamers. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I really do feel like what you lack in the live environment, you can make up for in watching streamers. Watching live streamers talk about it just like you were doing in the car. Vivid always does the shows. By all means, if you guys know the convention's going on, Vivid will more than likely be live streaming it if his internet allows him.
Yeah, I was going to say if it lets me.
But, you gotta make up for that by being the audience in chat with another streamer that's streaming it.
Yeah.
I feel like that can substitute it a little bit, because even when we were doing the live shows before, and I used to co-stream with Vivid on them, we would still, the audience didn't really matter to us then. I think the live audience helps the presenters more.
Yes.
I also think, like you said, Lep, if everyone that was coming together, the development team and stuff like that, were up on stage with the host talking about it, that just seems more genuine.
Yeah.
A little bit off topic, but the same thing. I don't know if you guys watch the React channel at all. The Fine Bros, the React channel, where they do like the Don't Laugh challenge and don't do that stuff. They have absolutely sucked since they've gone virtual. They still do it, but they get everyone to record themselves on camera doing it rather than being in the studio. It's just not the same. The jokes don't land. The reactions don't seem genuine. I almost feel like they watched it before they actually went live. It's just I don't even think that they are enjoying
when it comes
doing it as much.
Like hype trailers these days, just because we don't have that environment where people are seeing it and reacting to it in person, I'll often like go find someone's reaction to it just to see how other people gauge this. Because I don't always understand like the hype behind something, or if I do, I'm like, I wonder if I'm the only one. But it's like, two recent examples was when Banjo-Kazooie was announced for Smash. Now, I never played Banjo-Kazooie, but seeing people react to that shit,
They were so excited.
yeah, like people were crying. I was like, holy shit. I was like on my stream, I was like, oh, that's a really cool thing for them to do. I didn't see that coming. People are in tears, meanwhile, whilst I'm saying that. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I won't play as him. I'll play as him religiously.
Yeah, like people are like,
there's no other
physically
Smash characters.
Weeping. Or like a recent one where I did know was the Batman trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Batman trailer, just watching people's reaction to fucking Arpats just beating the shit out of some poor dude.
Yeah.
That was hype as shit.
I would like to point out that ice climbers are so irrelevant in Smash. I almost told you ice climbers aren't in Smash. Oh wait, they are.
Oh, goddamn ice climbers.
Are they still in Smash?
Yeah, they're in Ultimate because everyone's in Ultimate.
Yeah, I just never see them used.
You never see them used because they're kind of well, I don't know if they're still bullshit, but they used to be bullshit, and so people would like ban them because they were so bullshit.
Yeah, because you got to kill them both, but you only control it. You can switch. Yeah, it was weird mechanic with ice climbers.
They had some weird shit.
So speaking of bullshit, let's move on to our final topic of the day. Can I just flex my transition muscles for a second? I'm good at this shit. Speaking of bullshit, let's talk about Bella Thorne for a second here, friends. Look.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit indeed.
3 months, I see this bitch's name pop up, and I say that very liberally.
I honestly didn't know who she was before.
Oh, I did. I hated her. I hated her on Disney. I thought she was the worst character on that show. I hated her since she's left Disney because every time she opens her mouth, it's something else volatile or disrespectful.
She was like a generation under my Disney generation, I think.
All I know is Zendaya was better, and Zendaya will have a much better career when it's all said and done. But the point is, in this episode of Bella Thorne fucks over the internet, she decided to, and I have no problem with any woman, whether being celebrity or not, that decided to do this. She decided to make an OnlyFans. Now, I cannot find any tweets that verify if she said it would be nude or if she implied that it would be nude. However, when you charge people $200 to see a photo on OnlyFans, which is a site that is predominantly sex worker related, not always, there's a lot of people that use OnlyFans for non-sexual related content.
Or just largely.
But generally, it's generally designed for sex workers, right? If you charge people $200 for a photo, now again, it's not entirely her fault if she did not specify. But when you charge $200 for a photo on a site that's predominantly sex worker related, what do you think the general consensus is going to be? So you have all these horny fans of Bella Thorne that were like, oh, I can see my goddess nude. And so they all flocked to this website, and she made over $1 million in what I believe was 24 hours. If that long.
Like that.
Yep.
It broke the site. And it was so bad, which I haven't figured out why they did it, but it got so bad that OnlyFans decided to change their entire payment structure. They're no longer paid weekly or bi-weekly. They're now paid monthly. Mm-hmm. There is a cap on how much you can tip, which I don't necessarily mind 100%, because I can understand like the behind-the-scenes work of extremely large tips being fraudulent. You also have chargeback issues a lot of times when you have super big $1,000+ donations. Mm-hmm. So I can actually understand that the tip cap could probably be better secured for the actual content creator themselves. We see on Twitch where massive donations for charity even try to get charged back, right? Mm-hmm. And that's bullshit. So I do believe that a cap could be beneficial. But that's the other reason, is like Jadrian just said. They all wanted refunds when they didn't get it. So I guess that kind of makes sense now that I think about it, whereas that would probably be why they put the cap on there. And just like I explained, that's probably why they did it. But the problem is, I hit a button on my keyboard, and I want to make sure I didn't fuck anything up.
Don't fuck anything
Okay,
up.
all right, go. Y'all, because when I hit it, both of y'all stopped moving, and I was like, both of y'all stopped moving when I hit the button, and I thought I paused something.
Freeze.
So, don't do that. You're gonna mess with me. I'll end up refreshing something. Just a bit seductive. Oh, okay. Though they did put out a statement saying that Bella Thorne wasn't the only reason, right? But
they can say that all day, but that doesn't mean shit.
that doesn't necessarily mean anything when she's the only one that had the issue. That's the issue.
But let me real quick, because I understand what you're saying about putting a cap on it, but if this isn't something that they've had too much of an issue with before, enough for where they've had to like immediately like cap this.
They've had chargeback
There's no
issues
reason
before,
to do
but
it.
nothing to that degree.
I mean, Twitch are like, we have chargeback issues on Twitch sometimes. That's an issue everywhere, right? But like some of these price caps that they put on things, like the cap for pay-per-view message now is $50. Mm-hmm. Some of the things that, and this isn't just for sex workers, like this is for everybody. Some of these, services or what have you were costing more than that. So they either have to like charge less, which isn't fair, because apparently, people thought their pricing was fair before, right? Or they have to try to negotiate like, okay, well, listen, how about you just tip me this and then you do this, or like try to add it together to where it makes the correct price, and then hope that the consumer believes that they're actually going to be honest and pay this price, or give what they're paying for is what, and that's what's becoming an issue, because like you shouldn't have to just be like, oh well, this service used to be $100, now I'm only allowed to charge $50 for it. Yeah. Or this used to be $150, because some of the things they do are really, really intensive, or are really, really like detailed, or really whatever. And so you shouldn't have to downcharge whatever you're doing.
Because Bella Thorne decided to go on there and basically try to steal $100 million from somebody. Yeah. So here's my thing. I have two big issues, in general with this whole entire concept. One, I have a massive issue with her apology. Now, obviously, I won't be able to pull it up on the screen.
It's so much an apology.
But let me go back onto her Twitter here so I can tell you what it's.
So many issues.
First of all, can someone teach this? I gotta stop being mean.
Be nice.
Be good. Can someone please educate this fine
young
entertainer how to make a Twitter thread? Why is it in 7 tweets? And it's not 7 tweets connected. I have to actually go fishing for your full story. That's that's Twitter etiquette 101. 10-year-olds know how to do that. Bella Thorne, come on now. Anyway,
tell us how you really feel.
Okay, well, first of all, in her Twitter account, she calls herself a bitch. I'm Bella Thorne, so she called herself one. Okay, so you can't yell at me for calling her one when she calls herself one. Anyway. She said, which where does this start? Does this start here? PT1.
Yeah.
Does that part-time? Okay.
That's
Part 1. Remove the stigma behind sex work, and the negativity that surrounds the word sex itself by bringing a mainstream face to it. That's what I was trying to do. Why wasn't that at the beginning of your statement? That's not important. To help bring more faces to the site, to create more revenue for content creators on the site. That was her claim. That's what she claimed she was trying to do and what she was doing. Okay? The next part says, I wanted to bring attention to the site. The more people on the site, the more likely I have a chance to normalize the stigmas. And in trying to do this, I hurt you. I have risked my career a few times to remove the stigma behind sex work, porn, and the natural hatred people spew behind anything sex-related. I wrote and directed a porn against the highbrows of my peers and managers because I wanted to help with the stigma behind sex. I am a mainstream face, and when you have a voice, a platform, you try to use you... I had trouble reading this earlier. You try to use you in helping others and advocate for something bigger than yourself. Again, in this process, I hurt you. And for that, I'm truly sorry. First of all, I want to acknowledge that some of these have just as many comments as they do likes and retweets. That's how you know you fucked up.
Yeah, that says a lot.
P.S. I'm meeting with OnlyFans about the new restrictions to find out why. This is fucked up, and I'm sorry. Comment any idea or concerns you want brought up to OF. And send me your links and a pic so I can promote you guys. Now, first of all, she hasn't done that yet.
She hasn't fucking done that.
But most of these comments are like along the lines of, this would be all fine and dandy except for you dipped your toe in, called it sex work, you still know nothing of the actual time and effort that goes into it. You know nothing about the real everyday hate and harassment that comes with it. You sold lingerie pics for a week.
Mm-hmm.
You cleared 2 million people while people on there are struggling to make their bills, which you just made harder for them. You're sorry? Well, give the money back or use it to purchase subscriptions from the creators. Sorry isn't going to fix what you did and the negativity you brought. And of course, some people are all like, well, if TikTok is anything to go by, no one on OnlyFans is struggling to pay bills. Nor should it be considered a legitimate source of income. That part aside, what she did was illegal and should be punished. How? What? I hate people.
We're talking about scamming.
I hate people.
On that
Remember what I said? How I hate people?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to make
Like
sure.
a white dude with an anime profile pic.
No, it's actually not. It's a dude with a soccer pic, which is basically the same thing at this point.
Same difference.
It's the same thing, but like they have some sense of social norm.
My biggest issue with what she did, other than like the scamming and all of that, is she's trying to backpedal right now to save her fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. She's doing research for some movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this mainstream, person goes and's like, oh, hey, I'm going to sign up for this. She knew what was going to happen. She knew she was going to make a bunch of money from it.
Mm-hmm.
And she said elsewhere that, and I actually have an article up right now from Vulture. She's said elsewhere, apparently, that she's planning on using the money partly for charity, but partly to fund the entire project.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But what she did isn't bringing awareness to anything. She didn't actually do any sex work.
No.
Yeah.
She didn't do any sex work.
No.
She I don't know how accurate this screenshot is, but I found a screenshot where it says unlock for $200. Naked, yes, naked. How naked is the question for $200? And she says no clothes, naked. I don't know how legitimate that is, but if that's true, that's true, that's a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and her apology isn't even an apology.
No.
If your apology is only talking about you and the things that you were doing in this event and not how you're going to fix the situation, like truly fix the situation, because just adding a P.S. I'm meeting with OnlyFans to discuss this and I'm going to promote you guys. Oh my God. Like, that's not fixing the situation. But if your apology is nothing but talking about I was doing this, I'm a mainstream face, I'm trying to bring awareness, blah, blah, blah. That's not an apology.
No.
It's the Logan Paul approach.
Just trying, it's you trying to deflect and be like, yeah, but look how good I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that you don't hate me as much for fucking you over.
If her movie does, in fact, paint the site OnlyFans in a very positive light and ends up mutually benefiting everyone else, well, maybe we should take a step back and accept her apology in that regard. But only if she's able to get OnlyFans to revert what they did.
But here's the issue: is she's acting like this research is going to help her with her role or whatever. But all she's like, it's not. She doesn't know anything. She didn't learn anything from this except for she can make a shit ton of money off of it.
Yeah.
True.
What is there? So.
And then she brought a bunch of bad publicity to it.
Yeah. I mean, what is there to learn from posting a nude photo? That's not necessarily sex work. 90% of women, I'm sure, probably have nude photos on their phone that they can just upload and be like, all right, here's a new photo. Like, that's not doing research for a role in any way, shape, or form. That's just going, that's learning, that's researching how much money you can make and realizing that you're in the wrong industry and going, well, damn, the joke's on me for being an actor. I could have just fucking done sex work and sold nudes on OnlyFans.
Right? Well, I mean, let's be honest. The only reason she got it is because she's Bella Thorne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's always kind of teetered on the sexual side of things, but she's never actually shown anything, and so everyone's been like...
Yep.
Now, I will say this. For her growing up on Disney, Nickelodeon, all of them, there has been a lot come out that they don't have these adults that they turn into. It's messed up as they're growing up.
We've seen how many little Disney starlets that come out of this do something scandalous before like flipping and doing like honestly a 360 at that point and coming back around to being like, oh no, I'm not some scandalous lady.
To be honest, the weird part I find about it is like the amount of people that bought her thing when she is a Disney kid. I was like, that's kind of like, to me at least, is like a lot of people doing this. Like at youngest, they're probably like my age, like if not slightly younger than me, maybe Archie's age. And it's like you'd have grown up with this girl when she was a kid. That's kind of fucking weird.
It is.
Age. Yeah.
Like that's weird, man.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
I mean, and she doesn't look that. I mean, yes, she looks older, but like, she looks a lot the same.
Yeah, it's just weird.
I mean,
it's weird.
But at the same time, if that's what she wanted to go into, you know what? That's what she wanted to go into. But the problem is that's not what it was. It wasn't that she was like, you know what? This is something I'm genuinely interested in. No, this is something she was just like, oh, I'm just gonna go play around here for a minute. I'm just gonna go do this real quick. And it has affected so many people and their livelihood. And that's where I take issue. It has affected people's money. We are in a pandemic. Some of these people are literally doing this to pay their bills.
Because, I mean,
their food.
Maybe they were doing this before the pandemic, but odds are a lot of them are doing this because they got laid off in the beginning of this mess, and this is how they're now making a living, and you just took that away from them.
Exactly.
And again, this isn't just affecting sex workers. This is affecting anybody on the platform.
Yeah, there's artists, there's authors, there's musicians, there's all kinds of creators on OnlyFans, and they are now losing out on their income and having to struggle because of this.
And OnlyFans is at fault too, because they didn't give them any notice.
No.
They were just like effective immediately. These are the changes. How the hell are you going to go from paying somebody regularly like that to being like, oh, we're going to pay you like a month after? Like,
I mean,
no.
to be fair, most platforms don't seem to give any advance notice. I mean, we're going to talk about it more next week, but fucking Mixer decided overnight, hey, we're shutting down entirely.
I was going to say, like literally when it happened, we were like, oh, yeah, Mixer were just like, hey.
Yeah, we're done.
Bye.
Good luck, guys. Go to Facebook Gaming
please.
or petition to Twitch to let you on their platform. But bye-bye, guys. Like, it just, it's not the first time we've seen it. And, the other issue I have is you already have a bad stigma with OnlyFans, right? People already think negatively of people that do this type of stuff. They think they're inferior because, you have to have a manual labor job if you're having a real job and bullshit like that. It's like, no. It's like, fuck off. If you make money, you got a job. All right? Plain and simple, end of discussion. If you make money, you got a job. Because if you want to sit there and talk about bullshit, I'm about to get a job working at sales in Geico. I can be in my boxers with that damn computer. All right? No one needs to know. No one's gonna. It's not manual labor. I'm gonna be using my cell phone. Jadrian literally uses his cell phone because he works for the exact same company, the exact same office. He just works in a different department. So literally just pull up a chair, sit in my underwear, and use my damn cell phone as my work phone, right? Like, if you want to sit there and talk shit about them not doing a real job,
A job's
The
a
fuck
job.
you want to call that?
Yeah,
You're
I
selling
was-
insurance on my underwear.
I never understood.
Bono, I knew someone was
mentality.
gonna go there.
I never
actually
understood that mentality. It's like if you
I
stop behind the
actually just
desk,
argued-
that's not really like a physical labor job, is it?
Oh.
Sit behind
I,
the desk.
No, not
I
at
just
all.
argued with somebody on Facebook, which they haven't responded to me, and I don't expect them to. And it was in a friend's post because a friend posted and was like, "Wow, Bella Thorne just really fucked over everybody on OnlyFans." And some dude came in and was basically told my friend that he sounded butthurt about it, and my friend was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And so this guy started to go off on how the people on OnlyFans should get a real job because that's not a real job, and you're not paying for a service and blah blah blah. And my friend was like, I used to play in a band and people paid to see me play music for them. How that's the same thing.
Yep.
You're paying for entertainment. And the guy was adamant, and he was like, yeah, but he was stuck on the OnlyFans is only for sex work thing.
Oh,
And he was like, yeah, well,
He knows the porn industry is
you
big,
can-
right?
you can, well, that's what he kept bringing up Pornhub, and he was like, well, I can just go to Pornhub and get it for free. And I was like,
And
first
most
of
of
all,
those women are taken
oh,
advantage
wow.
of.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, but it's stolen. Some of them aren't
Yeah.
even of age.
Yeah.
Some of them isn't. Some of it isn't
But-
even consensual. Like
But
we
also-
could open that Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Like no,
And
we're not
that's
gonna
what
do that one.
that's what I brought up. I was like, first of all, that's a big whole other problem. But second of all,
Right.
the ones that are making that content, shouldn't they get paid? You're being entertained.
They're
That's an
entertainers.
entertainment value. Also, Pornhub has programs that pay its creators. So
Yeah.
go fuck yourself.
Right.
They also run ads.
Yeah, they
do.
run ads, they pay
Yeah.
their creators. They have they have a modeling program that goes and seeks out models and does contracts with them and stuff like that. So they actually pay their creators at some point, usually during the process. But I was like, this guy is so hung up on oh, but they shouldn't be paid. They should get a real job. And my friend was arguing well, what's a real job? I was in
Yeah.
a band and you paid money to see me play. I considered that a job. And the guy
Right.
was just adamant. And those are the kind of people that are oh, they just drive me insane when they talk about sex work and stuff like that. Because I'm just if it makes you money and pays your bills, it's a job.
My other issue with everything here is, when WAP came out, Wet Ass Pussy, by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, which by the
I
way,
had to say it.
yeah. I love the fucking song. I'm not even
It's
gonna
a
lie.
bop.
I've even
WAP
got
is a bop.
I'm even working on a parody song of it. It might be the first parody song I
Oh.
actually do. Yes, it's called Whack Ass Penis, and we're not gonna get into it. But but I'm working on it. I just gotta find someone who will play the second role, and I don't know who the hell I'm gonna find.
I feel like it sounds like something that Sam Strake would be hella down for.
No, I said whack ass penis, pony. But Jason, you're not singing the fucking song. You're not gonna ruin your career before it even gets started. Let me ruin my career, okay? Or pole vault my career now. So, but no, now that I've spoken it into existence, I've got to do it now. But
You're about a wax penis now. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen.
Wax-
Every time I talk
wax
to you,
ass-
it's like, hey, Eric, how's that whack-ass penis coming?
It's a weird
wax
day
ass
of my
penis.
episodes.
Put that shit in a museum.
Oh, God, you have to.
Show's over, guys. Good night. No, but no. When that song first came out, there was a pumpkin spice Senator Mac.
Oh, God.
Oh my
Not like
god.
Eric, he'll make it yellow, too. Damn it.
Orange with a reddish tint, but yeah. But no, when that song first came out, there was everyone's like all pissed off, these women should be respectful for their bodies, and they should have more respect for themselves, and they should set a better example for the kids. What about all the male rappers who literally have hit songs about gang rape, about drug abuse,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, I'm a weed guy, so I'm not going to sit there
About
and say
killing
that.
people.
Yeah. Like, you know,
cool guys.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, when guys talk about all the women they bang and all the women they get and how big their penises are, right? How they can do shit with no hands, right? That all of that doesn't matter. Right? Oh, that's good fucking song. Waka Flocka Flame talking about having sex with no hands. That's a beautiful song. I love it. What's the difference? Like, why is that okay? But when a woman actually embraces her sexuality, profits off the sexuality the sexualization that she's already going to get. You two can attest to that. How many times, Ashley? How many times a day do you talk about your husband now?
A lot, but Eric, we're
Yes?
not allowed to be empowered.
Yeah, and that's bullshit.
We're not. No,
Yeah.
but that's what it is. Is there's such a double standard? We're not allowed to like take our own bodies and have that power over them because there is that ingrained that
Because
like,
we're women and we're
because we're-
men's property.
Exactly. Exactly.
This goes back to what I said at the very beginning of how I generally just hate people now.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I get unfollowed? I'm trying to build my Twitter following, and it seems like every time I start to get 4 or 5 followers, I post something dumb like men are trash, or I posted that OnlyFans that so funny story. I hang out in Yellow Spoon Girls Discord all the time. I love Bella to death. She even sent me the stickers that I bought, which are awesome, and she left me a wonderful personalized note. I'm not gonna read it on stream because it's personal, but it means a lot that she did that. But I hang out in Discord just about every single night, right? That's basically where I go when I'm done with streaming. I hang out there, and I hang out with all my homies in that group, right? And we oh fuck, I fucking scrolled myself. What was I talking about?
Bright and shiny.
I scrolled myself. What was I talking about?
We were talking about women being empowered. You were talking about how you hate people. You're talking about how you hang out in
Twitter followers.
Oh yeah, your Twitter followers.
Oh yes, now I remember.
and how
Thank
you
you.
lose
So
it.
The wax
So-
penis.
no, so
Yeah, wax
we
penis.
were
I
hanging
think
out.
that's where you're going.
No,
You're gonna
no,
get yellow
no,
all
no,
day?
no. We were hanging out in Discord, right? Well, one night, like none of us could sleep. It was like 4:30 a.m. for me, right? And we decided to play Truth or Dare in the Discord.
Oh, that.
And I got dared. We basically turned the dares into tweets, right? So if it ran it on you and you took dare, everyone else was going to write something down. You had to pick one to tweet. Had to be something that you would realistically put, but would also be embarrassing for everyone else to read. I chose to do what Bella told me to say, and that was, I'm thinking about starting an OnlyFans account, but I'm really scared to post this. How many of you all would be interested? Now, of course, everyone in that Discord liked and commented, which just made it look like it was a real thing. Right? Then I got legit comments about, you know what, man? You could probably do something like this, and if you didn't want to do sexual stuff, you could do this, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck? Then I looked at my follower account, I lost 5 followers. A joke tweet about me starting an OnlyFans made me lose 5 followers. Then I posted my defense of OnlyFans, gained like 15, and then lost 10.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I had it was just weird. So when I joined, when I got accepted into the Phoenix Cartel, got a bunch of new followers.
Mm-hmm.
I believe like 4 of them were Trump supporters, right? And I don't know what exactly it was, but on the same day, it was either something in the US that really annoyed me or something here that really annoyed me. So I was just like, because I don't give a shit, I talk about politics on my Twitter. But and I was just like, hey, this is pretty bullshit, and this is why I personally don't do this. It's why I don't do that. This is how I view what they're saying right now. And like, they followed me at like 9 a.m. for me, and by 9 p.m. all of them had been followed. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
I was like, yep.
Yep.
That
sounds about
sums
right.
Twitter up perfectly.
Oh man. But no, I
I also
really...
had that weird Japanese stole, but you know.
That's very true. But you know, I've always been bothered by that, and it's just like the reason that I've grown to where I just hate people in general is people don't realize how hypocritical they are, and I'm guilty of it too. And I'm pretty sure all four of us have done something probably in the last 2 or 3 years or so that when we really look back and go, that was kind of hypocritical. If I'm going to say this, I can't be making my own mistakes, right? Oh, yeah. And I get that. We all kind of fall into it.
Yeah.
But if you do something hypocritical, just confess and say, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I need to be more careful with how I do things, right?
Right.
Don't double down. And people double down the shit. And it's just like when you call them out, they've always got some bullshit excuse. And it's not just, you know, I know it's going to sound like we're talking about one political organization, but it's everyone. It's literally everyone. And it's like, if you call them out on hypocrisy, they get mad at you for calling them out on their hypocrisy.
They get mad at you for the call
As if it was your fault that they're tripping over themselves.
Yeah.
How dare you point that out?
How dare you? Yeah. Exactly.
And it's just like, people are like, oh, well, my daughter's not going to do it. I was like, well, you know, are you going to make sure that your daughter is protected when a guy tries to take advantage of her? Or are you going to resort to violence to do that? How about rather than having to threat every boyfriend that she has in the future, how about you know, start the cycle of teaching dudes not to be fucking creeps, right?
Yeah.
You know?
What?
Isn't that a fucking crazy concept?
Wait,
you know?
wait. Are you telling me that we need to teach boys and men not to creep on women and not tell women that they need to cover up and...
Oh, that's just silly talk, Ashley. And you're going crazy now. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Are you telling me that this is it all on us?
Exactly.
What?
And here's, you know what I don't understand is it's like, you know, it's almost kind of funny to me because I see a lot of comments and I'm always kind of like confused mentally sometimes because I see a lot of comments where it's like, you know, I joke around about, you know, I was like, I'm not an attractive dude. If someone's like, if you took a shirtless picture, I'd like it. Why do I have to take shirtless pics for you to suddenly find me attractive? You know, I legit have someone that's in my Twitter DMs right now, who I hung out with the other day, that was talking about how come I don't ever post any shirtless pics. I'm just
I'm just saying, shirtless pic plus the cowboy hat.
Why is everyone what is the deal with the cowboy hat?
Oh my god.
Because it looks so good on you.
Somebody come get it. Yeehaw!
That's gonna get clipped. Oh fuck. That's getting clipped as we speak. But no, I just it's legit thing. I never understood. It's like, how can you sit there and tell some people you should show more, but then tell women they should show less? Right?
No. But when we show less, it's not okay either.
Yeah, that's not okay either. It's not okay if we show less.
I was gonna say it's not even that. It's like you can tell some women to show more and some women to show less within like 5 minutes of each other.
Yeah, and like okay, so I love Kenzie. I love Third Artifact. Did you guys see that experiment she did on Twitter? So Kenzie posted. She said, if this status gets 300 likes, I'll post a lingerie photo. The replies.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. Me and her, I'm in the DMs going, the fuck? And she goes, oh, don't worry. You're going to like what's coming next. I was like, have you seen some of these replies, though? She goes, oh, I knew they were coming. That's why I posted it. And I'm like, this is horrible. She goes, oh, trust me. I'm trying to figure who's following me, and I'm going to block them when this is all said and done if they go too creepy. I was like, okay. After it hit 300 likes, she stayed true to her word and posted herself in a Murloc onesie.
Yeah.
Yes!
And it was such a good photo.
The replies to that picture, in my opinion, were worse than the ones on the lingerie post. Because people were like, I feel like I got duped. The fuck did you get duped? It was liking a tweet. And then there was some people on there that was like, oh, this is so sexy, the way that you're wearing that onesie. It's like, oh my god, this is super attractive. And I went to this dude, I thought it was a joke. I went to this dude's profile. No, he's actually a fucking sick creep.
Oh
like
my god.
There was people sexually. Of course, she laughed it off because she knew what was going to happen. She just did it as a joke. It got people to come to her stream because she streamed World of Warcraft that night. It was basically a publicity post.
It was brilliant.
Third Artifact is a fucking marketing genius right now, by the way, because now she's sitting with, like, she's probably gonna be partner before the fucking year ends. She's killing it right now. She's a marketing genius with what she's doing right now. But I saw that and I was like, that's fucking horrible. She's wearing a Murloc onesie. How are you gonna sexualize a fucking Murloc onesie?
You can sexualize. Listen, Rule 34. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm going to say. Rule 34. That's
all you need.
But here's what I feel like. What we need to do, in my opinion, if you're going to try to, and I know where everyone's sick and tired of seeing normalize these tweets, right? Normalize, blah blah blah. If we're gonna normalize, God damn it, Mana. If you're gonna normalize sexualizing yourself, then this is the tricky thing, that, and maybe this is just me being a fucking dude here, but if you're gonna normalize sexualizing yourself, then you kind of have to accept it all around, right?
Yeah. But
there's consent involved too, right? If you're on a site such as OnlyFans, in a sense, and again, maybe this is my opinion, like if I created OnlyFans, I would expect to be sexualized on that app, because if I'm posting my nudes,
yes,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. Like if you're doing OnlyFans porn wise, like if you're doing, I have to clarify. I forgot we talked about that. But if I'm doing sexual content on OnlyFans, I feel like, isn't that, like, again, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm coming at this from a somewhat of an ignorant stance. So like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, because I can change it, but that's kind of a consensual type. Obviously, there's limits. Like, you don't want to be a fucking creep with it. There's always fucking limits. But I feel like we also have to show that same respect to other people. Like, why am I getting chastised for not showing my chest more often on Twitter? But if I said something like that, I'd be, it'd be fucking horrible. Like, treat everyone with fucking respect. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it is. You're not on a platform and you're not advertising yourself or services or anything like that, saying, hey, this is what I'm about. Whereas when you provide services such as, nudes or, kinks or whatever on, any other service, like that's you saying, hey, like, this is what I participated in, and I'm inviting you into this with me behind a paywall, but like that's what that is. But like, it's the same as coming into a streamer's chat and sexualizing them there, right? It's the same as sliding into anybody's DMs, yours included, right? And did you, like, you weren't sitting there talking about taking your shirt off, were you, Eric?
No. I mean, I have if I'm 100% honest, I do have occasionally, especially when I'm out in downtown Okasan with a lady, I sometimes get a little flirty sometimes. Let's be honest here, I do sometimes.
But with this particular person,
a little bit. But it was somewhat insinuated that I would be interested, but it wasn't like an invitation, like, oh yeah, let's talk about stuff like this. It was just kind of like, like, it was just like a random shit. Like, it caught me off guard. I haven't DM'd her back yet, because it caught me off guard at first, and I was like, okay, like, why should I post shirtless pics of myself on Twitter? It's not what I'm about.
I mean, if there may have been some flirting, that may have been her way to flirt back. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah,
maybe
that may have just kind of been like her, like, hey, this is me flirting with you. I don't know. I don't know the context of the situation. If it came out of the blue, that's a whole other thing. If you're flirting with somebody, that's where it gets kind of gray area, because maybe that's just their kind of way of trying to flirt. I'm not saying they're flirting correctly, or that's...
And Bonna,
that's such a gray area.
Yeah, Bonna, to answer your question, is creep a matter of perspective or opinion? There's always a line. And here's the thing, and we kind of talked about this a little bit last week when we were talking about the cancel culture versus accountability thing. Everyone kind of comes up with their own definition of things sometimes. Everyone has their own definition of cancel culture. Everyone has their own definition of holding someone accountable. I do believe everyone, to some degree, has an example of what a creep is. Because there are some people with just naturally flirty tendencies, right? They don't usually mean to. It's just kind of how they talk, right? And a lot of times, like, for example, I'm very good friends with both Ashley and Lep here. I'm best friends with Jadrian. Jadrian just made a comment about He would pay for my nudes. His dude is literally my best friend. He's basically like family, right? But to someone that doesn't know that, they could find what he just said creepy. Because they don't realize that me and him are basically brothers, right? They don't realize that we're good enough friends to where maybe we can crack, like for example, when you were playing with Rollhog and all them on
Zal,
Fall Guys,
yeah.
Zal, and some of the jokes y'all were making, there was people and there was like one person in chat that was like that was almost like concerned about.
It's kind of like similar whenever I'm like modding for lab. Sometimes some of the things people say in lab chat, I'm not gonna name any names, but I'm just like, the fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that like even in my own streams, because I like butts, all right? Like butts are the joke in my stream. I like butts.
The butt of the joke.
I'm not gonna lie. So there's a lot of stuff involving butts in my stream that are just jokes about butts, and it's funny because they're butts. Butts are funny. Butts are also attractive. There you go. It's a catch-22. But sometimes there are some people that do like take it a bit far with the comments when like things are happening, and so there's definitely a line between, hey, this is us joking about butts, versus crossing that line and it suddenly becoming sexual.
Well, and then you also have the creep behavior too, and it's really hard to find the line where are they overly nice or are they stepping over that boundary of getting too clingy or too comfortable or asking too much. I honestly, Copeland is somebody I go to a lot because he can see things from an outside dependent. He's like one of my best mods, and like I'll go to him and I'll just be like, hey, this is what's going on, and usually he just kind of bans that and it's done. And because my intuition's usually right on it, but it's hard for me because I don't want to assume that of somebody. I don't want to assume that like, you know, well, maybe I am saying it wrong. And I think that's also like kind of how women in general are just kind of conditioned to be.
Yeah, it is, because I do the same thing. Yeah.
And so
absolutely.
like, and that's why I go in my mod chat and Copeland's usually like, no, we don't like this. They're gone. We're not doing this. And so like, it's just, there are those lines and sometimes it is hard to differentiate, but that's why it's like, I try not to make those decisions on my own unless it's really obvious and make sure, because I don't want to upset somebody because like they were just trying to be nice. Because I've had those situations. I've talked to people who knew them. They're like, no, they're really nice. This is how they are. It's weird, but
it's. I think also some people like I catch myself like I'm really good friends with Kenzie, Third Artifact, and me and her have we tend to go back and forth a lot on Twitter, right? And Skiggs is one of her best mods. This dude named Skiggs, and he they're best friends. Well, me and Skiggs basically teamed up on Kenzie, right? It was a tweet, and we both went back and forth. And then someone who I actually have seen before just blew the fuck up on me and Skiggs. Was like, you two are the most disrespectful pieces of shit. And, like, DM'd Kenzie, like, you need to ban these two. Like, you need to block these two right now. These two are disgusting. These two are horrible fucking human beings. I can't believe they said it to you. And Kenzie goes, they're two of my best friends. This is an inside joke they're talking about here. And so it's just she like DM'd me and Skiggs. She blocked us. So she unblocked us and she sent us both an apology going, I didn't understand. It's like, no, I understand. Like, we both probably should have been a little bit smarter about where we were saying the joke. Like, we posted on Twitter. Anyone could see it. But I almost got canceled because of an inside joke. Because of an inside joke with me and Kenzie. So I feel like sometimes, you know, I and it's not like I can sit there and go, are you two friends? Like, I've literally seen some going, you two know each other, right? Like, that's why if someone makes a joke on my tweets, I always reply. Because I don't want anyone to misconstrue the intent.
Yeah.
Like, I joke like, my guy friends, I always act really flirty with them. It's a joke, right? Everyone knows I'm straight. It's a joke. I've done it to Pony. I don't know if he's still in chat or not, but I've done it on his stuff. Where he'll post a picture and say, damn, boy, that chin line is looking mighty fine, right? I'll pick all the time. There's probably someone that sees that and goes, that's a little bit far. What if Pony doesn't want you to talk to him that way, right? I guarantee you there's someone that thinks that, you know? But it's just, I don't know. Like, it's just, I'm always torn between people need to mind their own business and people also need to watch out for other people to make sure that they're not being creeped on. and they're not being over-sexualized when they don't want to be, that there is consent involved with jokes, you know?
There's a difference, too, between just butting into a conversation and then also DMing the person who's, like, who you're worried about and be like, hey, look, I noticed this, like, you okay? You know, like...
Yeah.
Because,
like, that person...
in a different way.
That person should have DM'd Kenzie before putting me and Skiggs on blast.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Because, like, you can DM them and be like, hey, look, I know this was uncomfortable. I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, you know, do you need anything? And, like, that could be a window into, like, I don't know how to handle this. Or, yeah, no, everything's fine. Like, we're all just fine.
Unfortunately, that's not how
Twitter
works.
No, because nobody can be an adult on Twitter. Okay?
Twitter's the high noon of social media. Everyone's waiting to, like, draw first.
Everybody's just waiting, like, hands on hips.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Who's it gonna be?
Right?
Who am I gonna tweet at today?
Yep.
All right, I got my cancel hashtags ready. Let's go.
Oh, man.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
I started blasting.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's like I feel like you can generally tell, because I really, it's kind of funny. I think me and you were talking about this when we were playing the PS4 off stream. We were playing Fall Guys. About how, like, you see a lot of women that'll go on each other's posts and be like, I'll see it sometimes. Like, I'll see, like, sometimes, like, some of the bigger female creators, some of the shit they say in each other's comments is like, you have a boyfriend. Or you have a girlfriend. Like, you're dating somebody. And, like, for me, I have to step back and go, they're all friends. This is just a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Step on me and spit in my mouth.
Yes, like, and it's just like, it's like, you know, like, I see it and going like, don't you have a, like, aren't you in a relationship? Like, damn. Like, holy shit.
Tell me hype each other up. It's fine. It's fine.
It's like, damn, man. It's like, remember to self-cancel Twitter before it starts. Cancel Twitter. Yeah.
Wait, can't we just cancel Twitter? Can that be a thing?
Twitter did nothing wrong. It's the people on Twitter that did the problem.
This is the thing. I'm canceling Twitter.
The Fireside. It's a partnership between Fireside Entertainment and PopSixxSquish. Canceling Twitter. Bella Thorne has her documentary. We're working on ours. Oh man, guys! Thank y'all for being out tonight. Thank you guys for coming. I want Twitter to cancel Facebook. Holy shit! If only they could. Twitter needs a better DM system, like a better messenger system, before they can cancel Facebook, because that's what I need Facebook for.
Yeah.
If Twitter comes up with a better messaging system that's a little bit more cleaner and I can post it in different areas like Facebook has, fuck it. I'll cancel it tomorrow. I don't need it that bad. I don't need the memes that bad.
No. Can you imagine the drama from top 8? Oh my god. My god. I was in your top 8 yesterday. I was 7 and now I'm number 8. Okay, and who is this person? Why are they number 4 now? I don't even know who they are. They're not even as big as I am. They only have like 327 followers. I didn't check or anything. I'm just guessing.
Dare you.
That's what MySpace would do. We did. We left him for Zach. What were we thinking?
We did.
Okay, all right. I'm about to say. I thought you were reading mine. I was like, damn. Like, I've got 345. I'm somewhere up there.
Jesus, Eric.
Look, guys, I'm a baby channel, okay? The fact that I have 10 of y'all watching here means the world to me, okay?
You're actually a medium channel, Eric.
Oh, you're right. I'm a medium.
We're all
Ashley doesn't get that joke. She wasn't here for that. That was back from
probably for the best.
That was back from our YouTube days. I can DM you about that story. Actually, that was back during our YouTube days. Actually, if you go to my YouTube, which is down in the About section below, and I believe it's still my #1 video of where I barbecued that son of a bitch. I don't get into drama very often, but I roasted that motherfucker. Yeah. He went and showed Leppely's private Facebook picture to all 10 of his Facebook people or his YouTube people.
He basically doxed my Facebook on his YouTube channel. I was not.
Daddy Nomad was not having that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I took care of that shit. Selfless plug. It's come on. We promote everybody here. Lep is always medium channel. Yeah, right. Anyway, so speaking of medium channels, I'm fucking terrified for Saturday's podcast. Just so everyone knows, now we're at the end, so we're obviously, please stick around. Did you just try to shout out me and my own channel? I thought you were gonna shout out yourself, and then I saw my tag, and I was like, okay.
There we go, lad.
It has to be a mod to do it. Okay, thank you. I was last seen playing talk shows and podcasts. Imagine that. Anyway, so guys, normally this podcast is on Sunday nights. Next week podcast is on Saturday night. Because
Shocker.
I'm getting nervous just talking about it. So next Saturday, we have Cooley Smiles is gonna be on the show. She's a Twitch partner. She used to be a Mixer partner. And I found out recently that she used to do YouTube for 6 years before that. I got to do research on that front, so I'm not completely an idiot when it comes in there.
That is quite the gauntlet of platforms.
I believe, is D&D next weekend, Vivid?
No, D&D is the weekend after.
Okay. Yeah, D&D
simply because we couldn't do it this weekend because of the podcast for one, and other people had made plans. And the Saturday just got, and I literally wasn't even able to do it. So
yeah, so
even if I wanted to,
we're clear next weekend to go forward with the podcast. We're gonna be on the podcast. I'm super nervous, guys, and I don't normally say this, but if you guys could please come to that one. I know, Ashley, you stream, so I know you might be busy when the podcast comes, but I'm so fucking nervous. It's if Yellow Spoon Girl came on the show, I wouldn't be nervous at all. I have a familiarity with her. I'm friends with her. It would be fun. This is the first time I've had someone that I'm not. I mean, we've talked on Twitter, but this is the first time I've had someone that I'm not actually personal close friends with on the show. So I'm terrified.
You got this.
Yeah, and it's just that's the show that everything's gonna go fucking wrong. But I know if I see people in chat that I recognize, it'll calm me down. These two will obviously be there, so they'll calm me down. But
hell yeah,
I'm gonna be all over the place on that one. I gotta control myself. But it'll probably be the most organized I've ever been. I might even fucking take notes.
What?
It's gonna snow by next podcast. Imagine me taking notes. It's almost like I'm getting professional about this. Anyway. So a normal Eric stream, basically, Bono, basically. I almost said Vivid Bless. Vivid Chim, what do you have going on this week? Pending internet connection.
I don't fucking know. Because I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do anything.
Also, Pony, if you're in chat, I want you on here too. One day soon.
If we can stay connected for a decent amount of time, I'd like to do some more videos this week. Maybe get a stream in. That would be nice. I've got a lot of games that I need to play. But at the moment I'm just kind of at the whims of my crappy broadband provider. So I can't guarantee shit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
whales.
Leppely, what do you have going on outside of Monday Night Marbs and Fall Guys Fridays?
That's about it this week, actually. Monday Night Marbs, Fall Guys Fridays. My new class starts this week, so now I'm back to homework on Thursdays and Sundays. So that really limits my time. But that's I think that's all I have going this week is Monday Night Marbs at 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, and Fall Guys Friday at whenever we actually do that, probably 6 Central Time.
Yeah, that should be fine because my job ends at 5, so
it's usually 6 or 7.
I have 2 more weeks in which I can participate, and then I go on my bullshit 12:45 to 9 o'clock schedule, and I will not be able to be there. Well, unless I join for the last hour or something. But Ashley, what do you have going on this week?
I think we're gonna just try to finish Final Fantasy VII.
Are you still doing Chocobo collections, or?
No, we found all the penises we needed and the vaginas, and so...
Long story short, guys. Chocobo. Long story.
Yeah, long story. We just needed a penis.
So you're not gonna...
Wax penis, though.
I think this is my last week of day streams as well.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna be going to night streams because of motherly duties, virtual learning.
I gotta be a mama. Yep. Gotta go whip those noggins into shape.
Yep.
So that way, the next generations are a little bit better off than we are, hopefully.
They're your kids, so hope chances aren't high. So no Fall Guys this week?
Well, I mean, I might maybe be doing that like shortly after this, possibly.
You
I
can start
understand.
replacing Eric for our Fall Guys Friday.
Wow,
feel-
if you have been replaced, thank you, Ribbit.
I feel nothing.
She
But
was
pain.
like, I want more estrogen in the group.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know who gets invited to play when no one's streaming. That's all that matters.
I've been the only vagina for long enough.
See, she's looking for vagina too.
Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. What am I? Oh, God. All right, anyway.
Talk.
I don't know what I'm doing this week. Obviously, like I said, I start my job tomorrow. I am planning on getting to a regular schedule. Obviously, the time is going to change. I'm pretty sure. Can I talk for a second? God.
No. Love you.
Women and interrupting a man. What else is new? I thought about saying that joke for like a song. Could you see my brain rotating going, do I say the joke? Or is someone going to just pop in the chat? I'm going to pop in. Someone new's going to pop in the chat. And that's be the first thing they see are going, what the fuck did he just say? Clip it. Cancel him. No, I'm just kidding. No. If you're going to clip it, clip the whole goddamn thing. No, it's a joke. That's one of the situations where I know you two well enough to make that joke and everyone knows I'm joking, right? Okay. You've been talking for the last minute. No. So anyway, I'm probably gonna go to dare you to tell one of them you got a beer. Oh, get you a beer? Leppely would chuck it at my face and Pop would shove it up my ass. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Lep would get Eric
one
like
of
a
the
pickle
two.
beer.
oh yeah, it'd be a fucking nasty ass fucking pickle beer, and I'll just want to fucking chuck it at my own head just to knock myself out after I drink it.
They're delicious and you know it.
I'll have to try one, but whenever I can fucking go back to Texas again, God knows when that'll be happening. Anyway, I'm probably gonna go to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday schedule this week, where I'll be off Tuesday and Thursday. That's what I'm thinking about doing. That's what I kind of did before when I was working, but now that I know what my schedule's gonna be, I think I could do it. Saturdays are gonna be day streams unless I have to work. My schedule is going to get really kind of shitty as far as time goes because sometimes I'll be working Saturdays. Weeks that I work Saturday, I'll actually have a 3-day weekend. I'll be off Friday and Saturday the following week. So I can do 2 days. It's going to be a lot of messy when it comes to it's going to be, I believe I called it fucky wucky the other day. It's going to be a lot of fucky wucky timing. The other day, Ashley Wood, I've seen her handle trolls. Oh yeah, she would murder me. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind.
Absolutely.
It would be the last. TwitchCon would be the last time you see me. If I die at TwitchCon,
You're only like 2.5 hours away from me.
Oh shit! I won't even get to TwitchCon.
Make it to TwitchCon.
I forgot. Shit. I get a random. Wow, someone invited me to DC. Okay, I guess I can go to DC.
You ain't even making it to TwitchCon.
Random white dude was found stabbed in the heart in the middle of DC.
666 engraved on his forehead.
We're expecting cult activities, but we're not sure exactly which one it could have been because DC's only got 18,000 of them. And no one knows
One of
the
them
culprit.
runs the country.
Oh goodness.
Holy shit! Vivid,
What?
Vivid, I love you. Okay,
was amazing.
if I can, I'll pay your way to TwitchCon next year. Okay, just for that comment. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to afford it, so don't hold me to it. But if I can, I'll buy your plane ticket.
That was brilliant. I love
Oh
that.
my fucking god! That right there, there's no capping it. Y'all know what I'm doing this week. That's how we're ending the show. I'm just gonna be playing JRPGs, probably multiplayer games with some people. I might drag one of these 3 young people into a Fall Guys probably one of those days. It's hard to say. I might even stream Fall Guys on Friday. Who knows? Actually, by the way, if you're not busy Friday, we usually have a spot open on Friday night. So at some point, so that's definitely an option. Especially if Vivid can't get his internet running. So, all right, guys. Let us see who we're gonna raid. I have an idea who we're gonna raid. Let's see if he's live. I know I talked about it earlier. Let's see what he's playing. I want to see what his makeup looks like, because if it's the same as before, we might go somewhere else. But if it really is the Joker makeup, we're raiding Revsven again.
It's like inspired by it from what I saw.
Yeah. My shit's stream. Oh, let me kill the music. I don't need the music anymore. I have an ad. I thought I was subbed to this man.
Ad.
Oh, how can I call myself a
Rude.
friend when I don't sub?
How dare you?
Pardon, chat. Please stick around. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm just trying to check to see.
So-
Buddy, we're holding you hostage. You're not allowed to leave.
Yep. Everyone has to be here
We
for the
don't make
raid.
the rules,
If we
but
don't
we
raid
enforce
within
them.
15 minutes, you're legally allowed to leave.
Yeah, but we're gonna raid within that because although this Hyperscape ad is just as useless as their fucking emo. Oh my god, I love it. We're raiding Revsven.
They're some of the worst emotes I've seen.
Oh, they're fucking hot
They're
garbage.
so boring and bland. Like the only ones I like are the tiger and the one that's just called hyper cheese.
You see, I
The
don't
only one
think
worth it.
they're bad. It's just like, when am I ever gonna fucking use these?
Okay,
That's the thing,
we're raiding
just
really
for
quickly.
play it.
Holy
Like,
shit! Oh no, okay, yeah, we're
I'm not
raiding right
gonna
now.
like.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
I'm
cool.
not gonna ever use them. We've used the crown for Fall Guys, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use the rest of them. I will use the cheese though, because just for the pure fact that it's called hyper cheese. So
Here,
Basically.
listen. There you go. There we go. We got some hyper haste in the chat, guys. Hyper
Okay.
haste.
Hyper haste. There. We'll drop some hyper cheese.
Oh man. They're so bland. I cannot.
They
Yeah.
are like. I love collecting emotes.
Hyper Reveal is literally a convention logo from here in the UK, just recolored, by the way.
Jesus. Do I have time
What?
to get? Oh yes, I do.
Hardcore parkour.
I do have time. I 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 have time.